How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another Afterbrew. Hello. We get to chat about episodes 85 through 99. The first 15 episodes of the Returners arc.
None of which I remember. And I was DMing it.
Don't worry. I've got some points we will talk about. It's okay.
You got some hot takes.
Yeah, exactly. We do hope
Yeah,
you
the
guys...
hot and the take.
So as you guys... I hope you guys enjoyed episode 100 a couple weeks ago. And whatever shenanigans is going over there, I hope you totally enjoyed episode 100. We have recorded it. We've totally recorded episode 100. We really hope you liked when that happened and the other thing happened. Listen, there's a reason why at the end of last episode we said we were talking about episodes 85 through 99. We hope you enjoyed episode 100. We're glad we got to return to the biggest question that we have had, which is what the fuck happened to the rest of our animals? I'm glad we got to run that back and figure out what happened and all that fun stuff. So
answered some questions because I'm sure a lot of people were fearing the worst.
it's me. I'm people. I'm a lot of people. I was fearing the worst. I'm like, what the fuck's going to happen to the animals? You better not fucking touch them. Anyway,
So you guys know, Max will die. No, I'm kidding.
Well, okay. Well, hope you guys... The really emotional death of Asuna was a lot to take in.
It was tragic. The only survivor, Alpha, because he wasn't
there.
He wasn't there.
Oh no! I love the part when Valerian got so hungry that
he was a very hungry caterpillar.
That he ate Maxwell, and then he got eaten by a worm. That was fucking wild, dude. No, we have not recorded episode 100 at the time of recording this, even though this is releasing after episode 100. But the centerpiece of this is talking about the first 15 episodes of the Returners, as well as another bit that we've been releasing during the Returners. We have a special thing that we're going to hit at the beginning of this about the chapters in the Spotify version. But before we get on into that, we're not hearing them today and not using them today. But as always, I'd like to give a thank you to Aether Realm and Midnight Syndicate and Dungeon Alchemist. I almost said the old one. And Dungeon Alchemist, which we use for the campaign. We use Midnight Syndicate and Aether Realm for all of, not all of it, but for
a good majority
of our, especially during the Returners, we used a lot of Aether Realm and Midnight Syndicate, among other things as well. So big thank you to them. Go check them out. We may not be using them this time because it's just an Afterbrew, but we're very happy that we're able to use their music and all that fun stuff. Big thank you to Dungeon Alchemist. It's always fun to see how intricate the maps are. It's cool and it's awesome and it's a good old fun time. But Afterbrew time, we are opening before we get into our discussions of the Returners. Something that also has been uploading throughout this year, and I think started last year. Did you start the Spotify at the end of last year, or did you start releasing it this year?
I started last year, but for some reason it updated the dates on it.
It updated the dates on it. Okay, so I felt like it was the end of last year. So we've been uploading audio-only versions of the episodes onto Spotify. But something that has been really funny, that we've been laughing at, that we've been making reference to throughout the Returners, is once we got to episode 32, chapters started showing up on the old episodes. These are auto-generated Spotify chapters. So I want to talk about some of my favorite ones. Starting with the fact that the first episode this happens, which is Head Empty, Only Panic. Chapter 4 is called Chapter 2. We have the Vihonin.
The Vihonin.
She the Ho. The Old Ren playbook is pretty good. So episode 33. This is going to be a lot of me just going through some of these. Episode 33 has the Bigs. And it has Sonia versus Amarilla. Amarilla, yeah. Versus Sonia versus Amarilla.
Spotify really doing my girl real dirty.
No, right? So on the Ravenswood Way, there's Ren. The Ren is still doing what he was doing at the end of last session.
Good job, Spotify.
That was really good. The mystery behind the cam is pretty good. The party has found a new inn. Episode Traumaturgy. This is the one. This is the one that has some good ones. There is the end of the show is at the beginning of the episode. The end of the show. The homebrewers learning D&D. Greg's back. D&D tutorial. The Tavern Talk. So that was episode 35. The Ethereal Glass has the Lizardmen, the Morning Kiss, the Elf is back.
The elf is
back. The King's Wake. Emerald's Dirty Little Secret. Emerald's Dirty Little Secret is great.
Once again, I just have to ask, what the fuck?
Blood and Punishment Part 1 has the Bookworm at the start. The Adventures of Zoltan petting a tame dial. The X Factor, the Bard, the End, which is an hour and a half or an hour and 10 into a 3 hour.
The Cat of the Kitten.
The Cat of the Kitten is pretty good. The Food Challenge, the Horde, Spirit Guardians. Part 2 has the Book Thief. Has Ren, W-R-E-N, ever told us what the Drawlick is? We're Idiots, of course, has COVID.
COVID, yeah. All in capitals.
COVID in all capitals.
Zia's
plan.
Who the fuck is Zia?
Zia's pretty good. The Chapel of the Spider Queen.
Resident Evil 7.
Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 7. We have the Murlocs in episode 40.
The Road to the Topography
The
map.
Road to the Topography map.
Clash of Clans.
Clash of Clans!
Not sponsored.
No, can your wounds bend your gear? I'm trying to find the one.
Does Jumin Han is gay? What am I hearing?
Amaryllis becomes the Avatar.
Oh.
Go!
Oh, they got her name right this time.
Yeah.
Go
NBC! Go NBC! Enemies attack again. Scrooge's Gift.
Search Wailing in Pain.
Search Wailing in Pain. NPC 1. Zolo's Channel Divinity. Stage 3. Prop Hunt has the Big Dog.
Show 41.
Why are we on the outskirts of the swamp? That one's really funny. The King's Dress. The boy. Oh, here it is. The boys go on the hunt. The boys are gone.
I just have to make this very clear. We did not name
This
these.
is auto-generated.
Yeah,
This is
these are all auto-generated. They just
We're slightly
recently
more
put-
professional.
I
They just
found-
recently put in the thing where you can change it now yourself.
Yeah.
If you want
Oh,
to change it
I
from
found
there,
a
but it's still auto-generated.
I found a Mimic has The Boys Are Far Out.
The boys are
The Boys Are Far Out's pretty good. I'm sure our club will do great.
We're at least
the
a little
Crimson
more
Oh!
and the
professional.
Elephant Man.
No, the best one about I'm sure our club will do great. We have Little Pepsi Dragon.
Little Pepsi.
Little Pepsi Dragon. Brad's dad. Level 9.
Level 9.
How does a kid become a cleric? The Boy in the Pseudo Dragon. The Book of Aristocrats and the Aristocrats book are like back to back.
Color number 6. I'm not failed.
Color number 6, I'm not failed. What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean?
Bro, you think we know?
No, please don't king shame. That's the name of the episode. Does the amulet team work when attacking the same enemy? The Man in the Mushrooms, the Small Child. A child, no.
Anyway, just go look these names up.
There's
This is
so many
ridiculous.
great ones right
We
here.
could
There's
make the
Ren-
entire Afterbrew just this.
Renfest 2.
Electric
Renfest 2. Which is following what are you guys doing in ancestry.com?
Why do you think I'm a rock Sasha?
Rock Shawson.
It says rock and then
Dude, we could
Sasha.
just make the whole Afterbrew just reading some of these names.
We really could.
It's so stupid.
The last one I'm going to go to is the Unhinged soundboard episode.
Oh,
See if
no.
there's how much did the bounties reflect on us?
The one I want to say is under the unhinged one, and that's the King of the Holy Man.
The King of the Holy Man. The King of the Holy Man. Do you protect? How do you protect Asha, Zolo's new boyfriend?
Protect Asha?
Her 3 a.m. zoomies is
Who the
pretty
fuck
good.
is Asha?
Suya's birthday,
Rock
Suya's
song.
wedding, the Anarchy symbol, the X-Files, the pirate music.
I like how it goes from Suya's birthday to Suya's wedding, right?
What makes Tony tick?
The tiger.
Yeah.
What makes Tony Tiger?
The slam
They're
mass.
great.
If you want to see more, if you want to check out more of these,
Just go look it up.
like if you first of all go re-listen.
My favorite is Milk.
Milk, just milk. It's
Milk.
just milk.
That had to be Amarella's.
Yep.
What is she drinking?
Milk. Chris's Skyrim cart.
Chrissy's Skyrim cards were really
I was
good.
gonna be like, were we talking about Ren at that point with the Skyrim card?
I think we were. We were talking about like the doing the
I
Skyrim.
see you've awoken.
Yes, I think that's that's what we were talking about. But yeah, first of all, go check out the Spotify. You can re-listen to the episodes, or the older ones especially are way more touched up, which is great and fucking awesome. And you don't have to sit through when we actually got away with using copyrighted music for whatever fucking reason. I don't know how the fuck we did it. Times in 2018 and 2019.
Listen,
were
we'll
fucking
take the
weird.
W where we can take it.
Oh yeah, right. It's like W's. We'll take them where we can. But go check out the Spotify. There was just something real funny. I wanted to bring it up because we've made mention to some of these during Returners episodes, and when I saw the boys, the boys are gone. The whole like the boys are
Boys are
back.
gone again,
Yeah, the boys are gone. It was
again.
so fucking funny.
Where'd they go?
So to start the discussion proper.
No.
Right. To start the discussion proper about the returners, Chrissy, you are in the DM seat. Why are you booing?
Because
It's
I
right.
suck.
You don't.
Why you booing me? I'm right.
Anyway, so what has been the toughest part? And you can't say all of it. What would you say is probably the toughest part? And then on the opposite end, what do you feel has been the easiest part of stepping into the DMC?
The toughest part has been, and this is going to sound stupid, but the toughest part has been trying to fill Brad's shoes, because I feel like even listening to the episodes when I'm editing them for Spotify,
Right.
that he's such a good DM, not just in the way that he does stuff, but like how he brings life to a lot of the monster voices.
Yeah.
Or he just comes out of left field with some of the weirdest shit, and it's like, it seems so fluid for him, and for me, because I overthink things a lot, it doesn't come out as fluid, and I feel like
And
I'm struggling
to
with
be
it.
fair for you, both mine and Brad's experiences learning to DM, we got to do it off camera. And your first time DMing is on camera for the internet. So
also,
it's
to
kind
be
of like
fair, like,
intimidating
Brad
as
has
fuck.
also been doing this a lot longer.
I'm about to say, like the thing with Brad specifically that I'm trying to learn in my games is the monster voices are insane the way he can do it.
But that's
Like,
also the thing is too, is like you don't have to do voices for everything. Because
No,
even
yeah.
like
Yeah,
even like
that's-
Adventure Zone, like the very first like campaign they did, Griffin was like, I'm not doing voices for everybody. That's just too much.
Yeah, that's true, but I feel like it gives it a certain charm, because I listen to other podcasts for D&D stuff,
yeah.
and there's people that don't use voices. There's nothing wrong with that. Like their
Mhm, yeah.
writing and storytelling is still great, right?
Yeah.
But it's just even
It's an extra
when
flavor.
I go back to listening to these things and I hear the different voices or the different NPCs or the passion that's being put in behind it, even if it's not perfect, it makes me laugh. It makes me it makes me have more emotion towards what's going on, and it's pretty entertaining that way, and I actually really like it. Like Brad, of course, siblings go, he pisses me off sometimes, or there's like sometimes we don't agree on stuff, but when it comes to this, I think that he's a really good DM.
And the fact that this is his first game with a written story, because the way he used to do it, if I remember correctly, it was like him, his brother, and his friends would all be like, "We want to fight this." He'd be like, "All right, I'll come up with something," and then you go, and then that's how you guys died this time.
Yeah.
Oh, we want to fight this time, and like our game was the first time we went. All right, so I gotta like.
So there's a story.
So there's a
involved.
story I gotta tell. Cool.
For Brad, I could definitely tell you if he was answering this question, he would say like keeping everything cohesive. Because I know
Oh, it's tough.
I know that in the beginning he was really struggling, because he wanted to expand the world so much, and I'm like, but it still has to
Yeah.
be centered on a certain point. and he wants like real time events going on, and it was something he was struggling with because he wanted the world to feel really alive for you guys.
Yeah.
So it's been a struggle for him to kind of just keep focus on what's going on while
Right.
still adding like little tidbits of what's been going on around the world while we're adventuring.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's just standing still for us.
Yeah.
So those are things that I've helped him with. The easiest thing to answer for
That
you
part,
is
yeah.
writing because that's something I'm
That's something
actually
you do,
good at.
yeah.
That's something
Right.
I'm great with stories.
Right. It's
I
why
like doing that
it's
stuff.
why for people who don't know, Chrissy knows a lot that the rest of us don't because she, even in the main game, still does co-DM to a certain point. You're like a co-writer for him on a bunch of stuff. But there's still plenty of shit you don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I don't know. I'm not privy to like main complete story stuff, but when it
You're
comes
like
to
a
him
lore
being
master.
yes,
You're like more of the lore master for background and people's backstories and keeping all that like the lore consistent because you're also now that you're uploading the Spotify stuff, it's like you've been
I
re-listening
like
to
write
episodes.
stuff down too, so I
Mhm.
can remember.
So we have it on hand.
But like for his writing stuff, usually it's like loose ends that I remember are going
Right.
on, and I'm like, what are you gonna do about this? Like we could do this and this, and I give him an array of ideas, and he picks from that stuff. So I still am like kind of somewhat of a co-DM when I started off, but at the same time, I'm
You're
still
definitely more
fully a
of the-
player because it's
yeah.
not like he tells me what's going to happen in the
It's-
story. It's still surprising.
It's similar to a couple people in our other group. That one of the games we're playing, it's adapting a story that one of the players made into what our DM is working on. So it's like there is a co-DM aspect to like what that other story was, but she still doesn't know a lot of the stuff that our DM has planned. So it kind of reminds me of like that dynamic too, because when they were explaining, the two of them were explaining that, I was just like, oh, it's like what Chrissy and Brad do. Okay, no, that makes sense. I understand.
I do want to make it clear though, most of the writing, especially a lot of the more epic stuff or the things that have been geared towards people are not me. They are Brad writing.
Yes. Yeah.
Another thing, like, I really appreciate the genuine, like, stuff he puts towards each player.
Yeah.
He puts actually a lot of thought into it. Like, when I was listening, I know, like, everybody's gonna have their own reactions, but, like, one of my favorite, episodes that I was listening to from Spotify the other day was the one where Chrissy was talking to Bahamut, and I actually started tearing up because
Yeah.
you know, like when you're going through a tough time and you hear this stuff and you hear like this really warm voice that's like very
Right.
fatherly and stuff towards you, like it literally
Did we
gave
even
me
know?
emotions.
Did we even know what you were going through when that episode hit, or did we find out later that you were going through medical stuff?
You did already know.
We did already know. It's been so long ago, I couldn't remember like the timeline of it. Because I feel like I remember editing that, and I'm just like, oh, Brad did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Like he definitely did that on purpose.
Kind of just like reliving that, you know,
Yeah.
like hearing it again, it made me tear up because all of the interactions is from everybody, like everybody, how they play their parts and stuff.
Yeah.
It feels genuine, and it feels because everybody kind of like gets along how we do, even though we all have our riffs a bit sometimes.
I can't wait to get back to the main game so we can fix that fucking rift. Holy shit! Oh
Yeah.
man.
But
I forgot that we were
not
at.
in a good spot.
yeah, even though we rub each other the wrong way sometimes.
No.
The wrong way.
The wrong way. No.
The wrong way.
Settle down.
Rubbing each other the long
The
way.
long way.
Oh, that's funny.
It feels
And that's all.
hearing everybody kind of interact. It feels really genuine. It feels really
Yeah.
good. I like how Brad interacts with each of us, and I
Yeah.
like how we interact with each other.
I would say something that I like about this current run of the Returners is something that you had mentioned when we were getting ready to do this, which a little background. We were supposed to start recording the Returner. We were supposed to be recording the main game towards the end of last year, at least until the start of the holidays, because we were going on a trip. Brad was. Have we talked about one of the reasons why Brad was out? Are we able to talk about?
Yeah.
Okay. He was on baby watch.
Yeah.
So we knew we had at least until the end of the year to get everything taken care of. So that way he could just focus on, go for a break, be with the babies for a little while that all happened. But then Brad got sick and injured. So we recorded in August of last year. We're on a break to figure that out. Luckily, we had backlog. And then that's why we all of a sudden we did an Afterbrew, then we did 3 episodes, and then we had another Afterbrew because that's kind of how everything fell. And that's when we started the Returners. I will readily tell you, I thought I had more time to trim my stuff down. But so this kind of happened quicker than we were expecting.
The Returners did go on longer than I was expecting. I was expecting it would be like 2 months, 3 months, but my writing and the way that we were fucking playing because of all of these bad rolls turned some episodes into like a lot of hours.
But and we'll get to like what we're thinking the rest of
But it's
the
funny.
Returners is looking like. That's why
It
I'm not.
is funny, but
That's why I'm not sitting here saying we're like 2/3 or 3/4 or 1/2 because I don't know for sure. We have an estimate. You think there's probably 3 or 4 episodes maybe per person, depending. That's at the best case scenario. We could be at this for another 6-7 months. We don't know, but we weren't. This happened way quicker. But one of the things, and I think probably why some of this stuff has become as big as it's become, is you were just like, if you want to interact, depending on the stuff, you can go ahead and interact. And Suya's story specifically, boy, do Mira and I like to jump in and interact as some of the boys, which causes some of the best chaos. But I think my favorite thing about the Returners as a whole, and this is leading into my next question, is what is our, as a whole, like just as the process of the Returners, and we'll get into individual stuff, the process of the Returners, what has been our favorite stuff with this arc so far? For me, it literally has been the way we interact with each other's stories. You know, it's like mine is, there's a lot of roles.
Oh no.
We'll get to your laughing in a moment. Mine early on had a lot of interaction with like the village and like going to town and stuff like that. And then some of the Crimson stuff, yeah. And then it became the commentary from the Peanut Gallery when Lily Rena showed up.
The penis gallery.
That's what I heard. From the Penis Gallery, yeah. Amaryllis is just like a really cozy bedtime story, and I'm scared for when we get to the traumatic part of that bedtime story. It's about to be Moon Class as a whole.
you know what? You've dealt with a lot of death so far. I don't think it's quite that cozy.
And then Suya's is hi, my name's.
Cozier than I would assume.
And then Suya's is hi, my name's Suya Ravenswood, and welcome to Jackass. That's literally what his story has been, and I love how
I'm
we.
Suya, I'm 19 and never learned how to fucking read.
Yeah, basically. But no, I love. Yeah, yeah. But it's one of those things where I love how we interact with each other's stories in different capacities. So it's like with Amaryllis, is we're really focused, and then there's the books, and we're just like, what's with all these books? Or I'm connecting pieces, just like, I wonder what's going on there. And then mine, because we already know Ren's story, but we get to the details, and I love people going, oh, that's why he's like that. And then with Suya's, it's just chaos, and it's so fun, and I'm scared to find out what happens to these boys. I hope the boys are still around when we eventually get to his story. I'm scared to find out what happens, because I'm invested, and that's the worst thing I should do, because I know what's about to happen to Suya. I'm all, how many of these people? Oh no, what's about to happen? But I love like the way we've interacted with each other's stories. Like that's my favorite.
To be fair, in the main campaign, we haven't done Waterdeep yet.
We haven't. Like I said, Suya's is the one after Amaryllis. I'm going to ask Mira, what has been your favorite thing as a whole about like the Returners?
Like in general.
Just in general. Not like specific moments, but it's like just as the Returners as what we do.
Just playing, literally.
You literally, for you, it's just playing.
Oh, my mic was down here. Just playing.
Okay, well, thanks for the great answer, Mira. 10 out of 10. Suya, what has been your favorite thing about the Returners so far?
Just the fact that we were able to finally look back at what our origins were. You know, how we always have little snippets here and there, but we get to just
we've come.
how far.
That is actually one I love too.
You know, like little details, like how did Suya get his scar? Oh, well, let's make a let's talk about it, and then or like
Because
why-
God knows he won't.
yeah, exactly. so now we have something to like kind of like
Right.
I'll just tell you guys. You guys get to see it.
Yeah.
You guys get to hear it.
I think Mira just having the excuse of playing D&D. It's one of those things where like
Just wanna fucking play.
the idea of that there was going to be a break was like, oh shit, and like, but you're just like, I just want to play, and I think I don't know. Would you say that us?
I'm literally just the will buyers of this table. Can we play D&D now?
Yeah, basically. But yeah, I love finding out a bunch of the origins of stuff. What about you, Chrissy? What has been your favorite thing just with the returns as a whole? Like, we're gonna get into some specific stuff, but I just mean as a whole with the process. and
She's laughing. This is gonna be good.
I guess it would be your guys' antics because it really it throws me off sometimes. The way I structure my writing is way different than how
Yeah.
Brad does it because he wings a lot of it. He sometimes
God,
he
I can
writes,
relate.
like-
Holy shit.
he writes like cliff notes and like certain
Yeah.
things he has to talk about, but I tend to write scripts, and when it goes off script, I'm like, fuck.
Welcome to
Fuck it, we
Yeah.
do it live.
Welcome to DMing, Chrissy.
This is gonna be my fear if I ever DM Candela Obscura because I'm just like, oh god, how the fuck do I do that?
Rule number 1 is there is no rules, and your players will still break the rules.
There's one rule.
It's why
Be cool
after
about
like
it.
the game that I'm running off camera for the local crew here, it's why it sucked having the way more. I gotta keep you guys in line for just this one because it's like this is the
It needs to go
explanation.
this way.
I need to. This is important story stuff
But
to set up.
shenanigans.
But the thing is that this is to set up why you guys are doing what you're doing. But now that that's done, I'm just like, now fucking have at it.
There's 2 paths, left and right. Which do you pick? Left. All right, so you're going right.
Yeah, but at least you choose a path. There are people who just been
It's
like,
the Stanley parable. Stanley decided he should go to the left side.
goes right.
Stanley realized he went in the wrong direction
Right.
and needed to turn around.
Watching Chrissy, I think my favorite one of those art antics was it wasn't even our fault. It was the episode.
Oh, the low rolls.
It was the episode that we didn't roll higher than a
That
10.
should have taken like 10 minutes.
That was like a 10-minute mission. I felt like we were supposed to get to the Lily stuff at the start of that episode.
Yes.
And it went so horribly wrong.
Listen, the dice said have fun.
Yeah, it was. I loved, like, my favorite of that whole
The
bit.
dice said it's about to get dark. Laugh as much as you can
We're
now.
But I think that worked because it showed that, like, those boys had camaraderie and got along, and then you pair that with how it all goes to shit when Lily shows up, and like the relationships are strained, and it's like, holy fucking shit, what the fuck are we doing now?
Like I told you, fucking asshole.
How many times are we gonna teach you this lesson, old man?
A little behind the scenes, I just edited that episode specifically, and that I think
I'm not gaslighting you.
no.
Oh my god.
I have things about that.
Holy-
I have things about that.
You know, trying to actually do that and like be Lily-Rena and be that
It
manipulative,
sucks.
it was so
she
hard.
sucks. She's
And all I had to say was, she's playing her the way you wrote her.
no, yeah. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that like she's supposed to be.
I
that
knew
way.
how to say it and I knew what
Yeah.
I was supposed to do, and I was doing it, but there was
The
times it was
connection, the
literally
reason
so
why
tough
that
for me.
Ren
I
and
fucking hate it.
The
Like-
reason why Ren and Chrissy have such a vitriolic relationship at times is literally the moment Chrissy acts up. Genuinely, it's because it's like it comes from a good place. It really does. And Chrissy doesn't have any experience with like friends and like camaraderie, like outside of like the castle until she met this party. And Ren, who literally just got burned by someone who claimed to have good intentions but really fucking didn't, even though it's why the tension that Chrissy has with Ren is just like, but I'm a good person, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, Ren is acting on the like, I'm not about to make this fucking mistake again. Like, I'm cutting this off right fucking now. I'm shutting myself down. He's doing it in the worst way possible. And even when it's gotten better, it's still in the worst way possible because even though at this point in the main game, it's been like a year and some change, probably for the breakup itself, it's probably close to a year and a half since. Literally, it's still fresh because he didn't heal from it properly. And now he's just a few months removed from, or just like a month or some change removed from like some of the bigger trauma being resolved, which was his dad. So now he can work on the other shit. And oh, motherfucker, Lily's bitch ass had like the worst kind of effect on me, and that's fucking awesome.
I thought you were gonna say he's a few months away from retirement.
No, well,
And I was like, you don't say that.
no,
Because then your character gets got.
yeah, no, seriously. But no, for
Retired.
but it's one of those things where you say the shenanigans. So going back to that episode, I remember the moment you looked. My favorite moment of that episode is when you look at your notes and you're just like, we're not getting through what I fucking wrote tonight. And I'm just sitting there like, welcome to being a DM, Chrissy. How many times in my recent game, babe, have I been like, and I'm going to cut that and move that over to the notes for next session?
Well, it's because half the time we're RPing a little longer than we anticipated. So it's just like, well, shit, we have to end it by this certain time of the day because a few of us are in different time zones. All right, I guess we're waiting until next time.
All right, that's not getting resolved until next time, right? But it's just you sitting there going, all right, I guess we're not going through this. All right, that's fine.
Sometimes the RP is RP and too
But
heavy.
you love it. You said it was your favorite thing about the Returns as a whole.
Yeah, I do like the antics, and I do like when you guys get into the role playing.
Yeah.
So it
It's-
makes me happy.
Even when it makes no sense.
I love it. So we've gotten into a lot of like just how it works,
Generalities.
general stuff, and I want to kind of this is going to be mainly for the three of us. It's a question that I've got. What has been either good, either easiest or hardest? How has it been going back to these younger versions of these characters? Because we have had so much happen. We had 84 sessions before we went all the way back.
Before we pulled the Naruto
Before we,
flashback.
basically, we're in the
Amaryllis's behavior has not changed, and it's the funniest thing.
That's the funny part is that
She's around a lot of high-strung kind
Yeah.
of like clerics and stuff, so it makes sense why she's used to this group. Like, it doesn't phase her. She's just like, okay.
and it makes it for me, for Amaryllis, it also makes sense why she snapped that first time and why since then she's been like, all right, I'm just gonna say it. What the heck? Sorry.
I don't care what happened to your arm.
Yeah.
Well, even then, just like since we've gone back, like the time she really like dug her feet in was for Dahlia.
Yeah.
So it
Which
was
is
just-
still
'cause she
very
was
much
just
on
like
her.
very firm, like no,
Like Dolly.
don't touch her.
That was the
She's
demonic
gonna
possession,
die.
right? Yeah, that was the demonic possession one, which you
Yeah.
rolled. The dice went no, yeah, or went yes and with that one. Like, yeah, no.
So it's like she didn't scream or anything, but she definitely was just like digging her feet in, like no,
yeah.
you're not touching her. She's okay. Just hear her out.
Just let her cook.
Let her talk.
Let her talk, please. What about for you, Syria? What's been you can be either the easiest or the hardest or both. It doesn't matter. Like going back all of that time to some of this like early stuff.
My skills.
Oh yeah, gameplay wise, it's been tough. I do agree.
But it
I don't
kind
know
of
what
like
y'all are
it's kind of nice.
talking about.
It's kind of nice to like to be humble and
Yeah,
get humbled again and you're like, oh okay, yeah, I got my ass kicked. All right, makes sense.
I gotta put a pin in getting my ass kicked.
My
Like,
AC is
when
not
Thorin
20
just
anymore.
one-shotted you.
No,
You look at your character sheet like my AC is not 20 anymore.
Wait,
Shit.
what?
What do you mean that hit me?
What do you mean that
Fuck.
hits?
No, yeah,
Does a
gameplay
does a
gameplay wise,
16
that has been interesting. Not having
Does
not,
a 16 hit?
yeah, no, gameplay wise has been a lot.
So it's been like it's kind of like when you play a DLC and you're stuck at level 40, but you.
Oh yeah, you can't go.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it does
That's
feel like
up there.
that way. Yeah, I think the hardest thing.
So, Greg, what about you?
The hardest thing for Ren, because it is interesting, because we're in the middle of Amaryllis' arc. We have yet to get to Suya's arc. We've basically, aside from the Elistray stuff, which I feel is
It's ongoing.
while yes, Ren is the one she has been talking to, I feel that's like a part of the bigger story. Ren's actual like personal arc is done. So the hardest part for me has been having to separate current Ren from past Ren, and not just that, but the different eras of Ren. So like Ren genuinely falling for Lily and all she's
Being a
saying.
sim.
pre-2000 emo Ren, and then current.
Yes,
and core Ren,
exactly.
and
And then I have to separate current corporate emo Ren
corporate.
from
You're a
like
supporter of Chrissy. Whoa.
yes, about Black Cat, hell yeah. But no, it's one of those things where that was I think the hardest part because I didn't want to like. Interestingly enough, the hardest part for me was before the Crimsons. Being back in the village,
Being so naive.
being this is gonna
Happy?
sound. I was gonna say not being emotional, being actually happy, but also getting to see how like music was so important to him growing up. Which who could fuck? Wow, the kid who coped with music growing up makes a character who coped with music growing up. I'm
Wow,
sorry.
the kid that copes with books made a character about a kid that copes with books. It's almost as if these characters are kind of like ourselves.
Yeah, right. But
The
no.
girl with daddy issues and awkward issues.
Oh.
Clinging to her god.
And Suya was that.
And so he's just, I'm here,
I'm just
vibing.
wow.
And Suya, the fucking completionist over here.
the min maxer who
Yeah,
wants
exactly.
to do max damage, and then
the min maxer.
You try to platinum every game that you play.
The min maxer who's
but
like.
then you're like, you know what? That's not fun. I'm just gonna play my way.
I would say the min maxer who's like talk is cheap, just fucking do something about it is like wow.
The hack and slasher.
Yeah, no, basically
the hacking, slicking, slasher.
the trash ringing.
I was gonna say the hack and slasher button masher.
Button
I don't
masher.
fucking know.
But no, it was this the pre.
It's me.
It was pre joining the Crimsons. I think was the hardest because all I had for him was like all of the Crimson stuff has had some form of detail, whether it was with Brad or stuff that I had written. The only thing that I had for Ren was like a small paragraph as a kid, raised by his mother in a small village. He played music growing up, and then his mom got sick, and then she died. So I had to come up with all of that in the now. And playing Ren in those parts, it's like, it was hard because I couldn't play him completely nihilistic because he was a kid that still had hope. But I couldn't be too hopeful because he was also, and his mom was very realistic, but also kind and still communicating to him like, a kid or a teenager with her sickness, but still was like realistic about like, hey, this could be a thing that happens, right? So it's like it could happen at any moment. So like balancing that, so that way the emotion of that was the proper bit of it.
She slept with a guy to give Ren some concert tickets.
Just a guy.
They were too biased.
There was
She's just flashing.
yeah, no, she was a groupie. It's
Like what you
really
see,
fun.
boy.
But no,
Hey, she's a mom. She's not dead, bro.
no, yeah.
Never mind.
Well, okay, listen. At that time, back then she wasn't. Wow,
That's why Mama did.
Wah.
that's why your mom did. No, holy shit. No, but it was one of those things where that was the hardest part. But I think also fleshing out like his two friends from like his teenage years that really established the love of music. And I think the other thing that I think was really cool was I loved the first year of the Crimsons that like he was like yes, he found out he's still kind of coping with the idea that his father wasn't who he thought he was. So there's a lot of weird distrust to it, but then like there's still like there's that scene with Paul and Dupree in that first mission where they find the bard, and it's one of those things where just like there's without even talking about it, there's just like quiet like acknowledgement of, oh, we both are really into music, Paul and Ren. And I'm just like, Paul, someone who I didn't know ever existed until Brad came up with him on the spot. Paul has become my favorite character in Ren's backstory because I say it in the episode I just edited, which is episode 97. Paul is basically the player, me, who's literally been, Ren, you fucking moron, what are you doing with your life? Which I think that part with Lily has been both the best and worst, because not because of anything going on, but it's the worst because I'm like, my heart sinks and I know how this ends. I know how he gave in again. You fucker. Oh, you fucker. Holy shit. Oh,
Son of a bitch. You did it.
you fucking did it.
I think your heart can sink even not knowing how it ends, just because of the way that she talks to him and how she manipulates him, or like fake cries and stuff like that.
It's exactly how I wrote her, and it's
Scary to see
Get
it.
what you fucking.
yeah. Oh. We're gonna get into a question at the end. We're not even close to the end, but we're gonna get a question at the end about like stuff coming up that we're excited for. But there's a couple things that we already know in like discussion of what Ren's gone through and his history with the Crimsons. There's stuff coming up there that I'm excited for, but we'll get to that later. But no, I would say the pre-Crimson stuff, Ren, was probably the hardest stuff, and that like first year with the Crimsons was really fun because these were characters that existed, and when I made Ren, I didn't have them, and I'm like, I'm sure he had friends, and then to actually establish that, it makes the like, oh, you're alive, which was kind of player going, I don't know who you are, but that's cool. Now with this context, it creates the new context of just like, it's the, oh shit, okay.
But I love that
shit.
surprise when you didn't know the characters, because it was kind of like an awkward, like, how the fuck did you find me kind of thing.
Yeah, it really was. And
Like, I'm
oh.
supposed to not know anybody here. Why are you here? Lipstick and my white Valentino.
So, quick question that I think I have for the three of us. For Chrissy, in each of our characters' backstories, and I will go first so you two have time to think. What are your favorite NPCs that Chrissy has played?
I don't know names.
For me, like
in our
you
backstory
did,
specifically.
yes.
Okay. I don't
For
remember
me,
the
it's
names.
tough because yes, Lily is
Ravioli.
having the full Lily Rena experience is a lot, but it's fantastic. I gotta go with his mentor though.
The orc dude? Or...
The orc guy, yeah. I gotta go with him because he was a character. I didn't even know his race. I just knew he had a mentor that Ren felt really fucked over by. And to see the way he interacted, and he's just like, well, okay, great. I guess I gotta fucking take you along. You got the same last name as someone important to one of my missions. That's fucking cool. To have him like come around while Ren was training and stuff like that. I love the like, he's stern, but it's because he cares, right? And it feels like it's more than just he cares about the Crimsons. He cares about the people in the Crimsons, which is
Tough love.
it's going to suck when we get to the trial bits. But like having that established and like there's a lot of respect and care, I'm like, oh, like he's I would say probably him and Paul. Any interaction with Paul, because Paul was just a random dude when we first started the game, and now we have the full context that he was Ren's voice of reason. He was like one of the dudes that helped train him. He's like what, a couple years older than him, maybe like around the same age, right? But it's just like I've seen that there's a lot more that they had in common, and there was definitely a brotherhood there, and it's just like.
I love Dupree's laugh.
Yeah. Dupree's laugh is pretty. You want to give a demonstration? You want to demonstrate it?
Yeah, see ya.
Hmm?
Dupree's laugh.
Forgot it.
Oh no!
Yo.
The Rogan?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's the one.
That's amazing.
I was about to be like editing Greg insert the actual laugh.
No, yeah, that's Dupree. That's Dupree. Jermaine Dupree. Mira,
What?
what are some of your favorite NPCs Chrissy has played? She's been your parents. She's been your
Doesn't say I've
mentor.
forgotten names.
She's been your parent. She's been your
That one
mentor. She was the shit mentor at
The
the
bitch.
old
bitch.
Claire's place.
Honestly,
Your
just the party
friend.
she's traveling with. Honestly,
The party she's traveling with is really good.
My ball sack.
Mabasag, Mabalsag. My favorite, if I can interject, my favorite for a moment. I loved the cold-hearted, basically from Rouse
Eric
group.
Rose.
Oh, the one who just left
The one who just left, and I'm just like, no, that would do it. That like I knew
that
she's
was your favorite.
because like you've
'Cause
always
she's a
no, I love it because we've always talked like you've always talked about like Amarillo's the story of how she came to meet you all. That like there was a situation that happened and it seemed like they didn't care. And like I always knew there was a big thing. But to play her that way, it's like I fucking hated her. I fucking hated her. But like to see that I'm all unfortunately is what they would do. But that makes it really helped me fully understand like the intensity of why Amaryllis immediately went, nah, this ain't for me.
I would like to tell you guys that I put a lot of background information into these characters. So I studied everything like this was real fucking life.
yeah.
And about the people of Rao, how they interact, how they act, how they
Yeah.
think. So it was literally stuff I put into it because
Yeah.
I read all of that lore on it. Which,
I mean, you're the lore master as we established earlier, yeah.
So like it's not like that stuff makes it in, but it makes it in the way the people talk to you guys.
Yeah.
So like not only with hers, but like with yours, like how they act, how they think and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I like to put myself in those positions.
Yes.
For you, I love your master. I love your master. a lot.
He's great. He's really good.
God,
Because
everyone's gonna
it's-
have a real fun time later.
It's such a stark
Oh.
contrast because you see how kind
Including
he
me.
is, right? And it's almost not feasible that he is how he's with you now.
Yeah.
So that's a good one.
No, yeah.
Everyone's gonna have a real fun time with that character later, especially me.
I still love your dad.
I'm third.
Huh?
Oh,
I love
you're.
your dad.
You know, yeah, the parents are great, but the dad especially. Meet the parents. Hey, Pa.
And your little friend from the library. Yeah.
Oh, he's good. Yeah, he's really good.
Just
Very good. What about Suya? Suya, what are your favorite NPCs that you've had Chrissy play?
The boys.
The boys.
Just the
always back in
oh, because
The
we
noble
talked
judges
about like what
refusing
characters
me.
I wanted to put in. I'm like, you know what I wanna? I said I'm gonna be with be training. Why not make friends there? And then
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah, I like these characters, and she did a good job portraying exactly how I envisioned them, and like Leroy, for example.
Leroy's great. Leroy's really good.
Blonde has, but he's a good heart.
Coach and Boken.
He's just trying to protect his family.
Yeah.
What better way to fight, you know?
Yeah. No, I what's his name? The half elf memer is what I call him. Oh, what's his name?
Oh fuck, I forgot.
Bruh, it's fine.
It's fine. But the super
Editing Greg and
the
insert
super
the name here.
the super lighthearted kind of like
I forgot his name.
I forget his name, but no, he's a lot of fun. He's the one I'll jump into sometimes when we need help for like, oh hey, we're doing like when you were doing the trials and
The
stuff like
trials.
that. It's like he was the one that would
Ellie.
Ellie's fucking great. I love
I think you and I have traded back and forth
Yeah.
with Ellie.
I love him. He's great.
Which is funny because I'm just sitting here like, I don't care which character I'm doing. I'm just riffing.
Something about Ellie when you first introduced him about that's my boy. That's my fucking
Like,
boy.
whatever character name
I
you want
love
to throw
it.
at me, go for it. I'm just riffing.
My favorite interaction though is with Suya and Medrash because he keeps telling him to talk to the
Talk to
wyvern.
the wyverns.
You can
Okay,
do that?
My favorite. Okay, is
That's
this
not
the
how
part?
this works. You understand that, right? It's
Oh.
important to me that you know that.
I think we
This
should
isn't
just
how
go
that
into.
works.
I think we should just go into like our favorite moments because
The entirety of Sirius story.
my favorite part.
Because there's too
is
much hilarity.
When the dog dies.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's
Oh.
my least favorite part,
when
Suya.
when Balin
Oh.
dies.
My favorite
we
part was
Raylan and Balin.
canonizing the
That was the
usage.
dog's name.
My favorite part,
sarcastically, we cheered.
canonizing the usage of the name Greg.
Oh yeah, as
The
cousin.
Greggle of
to
Gregs.
mean cousin.
They convinced him that Greg,
Greg
means
means
cousin.
cousin.
So he just calls people Greg.
And
all the time.
it's a funny
The
thing
Greggle of Gregs.
because there were times when we would play the game that Sue would be like, yeah, Greg, and I'm just like, who the fuck is Greg? And then we canonize it, it means cousin. And my favorite part is Ren still does not know that it means cousin, which is the funny part. Which I'm sure Kurt
And then
may
sometimes if you're not paying attention, you just hear your name and you're like, huh? And it's
Like,
like, no,
what?
no, no,
Huh?
that's
No.
the game.
Oh, okay. But like
Oh, you're
canonizing
talking
it.
to Red. Got it.
Canonizing that and the low rolls on the insight check, so it's like you just believe the entire thing was so good.
The dice told a story.
The dice told a fucking story.
The dice also said Greggle of Gregs.
Oh yeah, we rolled for the name of that episode because it was that or another one, and then literally Kit was like, "No, it's a Greggle of Gregs," and then he texted me to said, "It's a Greggle of Gregs."
And then I called you and said Greggle of Gregs.
I'm like, fine, I get it. And then it's a good thing I named it because at the end of that episode, I forgot I said, I'm like, this is the one time I'm breaking naming convention because a Greggle of Gregs has to be the name of the episode.
Yeah,
I'm like,
so
well,
see, even past you was like Greggle of
it
Gregs.
needed to be a Greggle of Gregs.
He literally kept asking us, Kit, what do you think the episode should be called? Greggle of Gregs. Mira, what should the episode be called? Greggle of Gregs.
It's a Greggle of Gregs. So joining us over the airwaves is Brad. You will see, well, you just saw him. Excuse me. You saw him in episode 100,
It's a
which
very
we
tiny
totally have
screen.
already recorded. We've wasn't it crazy when that one thing happened with Suna? That was really crazy, right? Yeah, no. I think this is Brad's first time showing up on the channel in almost a year, I want to say.
Showing up. You should have just stopped there.
God damn it.
I'm just kidding.
Oh man. But no, favorite moment, yeah. I love every time in Suya's story, whenever they would whenever they go to the bar and counting down the times when he gets caught. I think my favorite one is when you're sneaking away and you just run into Thorin.
Unk.
Oops.
Oh hey Unk, and I'm like, the fact it took that long, I'm like, I'm shocked it didn't happen immediately.
Meanwhile, we're just like, and 3, 2, 1. There he goes.
There it is, yeah, no, and then they're like, oh, Unk's gone, we're gonna go back.
Whoops.
I love that. I love that.
Huh?
Yeah, no, it's just. I think the
Saw
first
nothing. Run faster.
the first time you guys go as the big group was also incredible, just because the whole like, oh, I've gone with like a couple of you, but now we've got to go with all of us. Like we're all here now. I think that was the Greggle of Greg's episode.
I think so.
I want to say that was a Greggle of Greg's, which I still fucking love that name.
And you wanted to go with the other titles.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that past me had said that it was a Greggle of Greg.
This guy.
So there are other parts that are your favorite parts, whether it's from your story or the other stories.
But I think just finding out
What are you doing?
finding out more family about Suya, like just
Yeah,
how he interacted with his family and
He's trying to set up the microphone.
and just the meeting with Chrissy was fun.
He showed you
that
how
is, I
to-
think, the craziest part because I was not ready for that. Did you know about that going in? You did, or did you have no idea that was happening?
I had an idea,
You had an idea that that was going to possibly happen,
but not how it went out.
not how it went down. I think my favorite part
And
of
then he stood
my favorite,
her up.
yeah, my favorite part about all that was like, oh yeah, no, I'll fix things with the King of Eholland, and they went, no, the boys are here. The boys are back. No, that
How could you stand up Chrissy, bro?
Boy dinner.
boy dinner. Oh man, Mira,
Hmm?
favorite parts of your story or other stories so far in the Returners?
Just playing.
You are the best at answering.
I literally
You
am
are
just
the
happy to
best.
be here.
Really just happy to be here. What is your favorite Amaryllis moment? Do you like the early stuff when she would like chill in the hidey hole?
In the hidey hole.
Oh, she had a little hidey hole when she would read
A little
books.
burrow.
The bunny burrow.
Bunny burrow,
A
yeah.
little burrow. I was gonna say, do you need
Oh,
something to
it-
put the phone on?
I'm
to?
doing it so he can see you guys talking.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, you have the little bit with the bunny burrow. Yeah, just the bits with talking to her parents, especially after the little thing with Rao.
Yeah.
Because she had a lot of like trepidation going with Mishikal because you were just like, oh, on the one hand, I feel like I'm betraying Rao. But like, how was
Listen,
that?
she's new to this.
I want to say, how was that for you? Because you know that she becomes a very devout follower of Mishikal. Like, was it just a like, oh no, this is a natural transition. She's gonna be like confused about it for a little bit.
I mean, aren't we all a little confused when we change trajectory on
Yeah.
any part of our life?
No, yeah, that's true.
That's like if you switch careers, it's like, okay, now I feel a little
Yeah.
lost. What am I doing?
Or you
Fake it till you make it.
or you
More or less.
change where you're living.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's always intimidating.
It's an
Yeah.
adjustment.
I just love
Healers adjust.
Exactly.
healers do in fact adjust. I
We
just
have
love
to.
I just
Y'all
love
keep running
the-
out of our range.
That's funny as hell. The thing
That was cute for you to be like, yeah, it's not flicking me off. That makes no sense.
I just for Amaryllis and stuff, I love just the
Red didn't see any of it.
the vibes of her home. The vibes of her home is great.
Yeah.
I just love her.
Why are you
home.
flicking her off?
So he can see.
Yeah, so you can see.
No, that's fair. I just love
She's got the camera pointed towards us so he can see.
but the vibes of her home are just nice and
Yeah.
cozy.
Lo-fi.
Literally, it's
Lo-fi
lo-fi. It's literally lo-fi Hobbit beats. It's literally what it feels like. You know
Aw.
what I mean? It really does. It's like lo-fi in the Shire. It was always.
Unlike whoever the fuck is outside.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Blasting their face.
For me, I think.
Play, they're taking the hobbits to Isengard, and then we'll stop.
I think my favorite for Ren.
Lilirina.
No, I mean, yes, in
Yes.
terms. Yes,
I
in
mean,
terms.
no.
Yes, but actually no.
Yes, in terms of like watching that whole thing happen, like Chrissy played her the like to the precise like to precision, and it hurts.
That
But
hurt.
that's what. Yeah,
Like
that
that.
hurt too. Like it hurts.
It hurt my
But
ear
that's
more
what
than
it's
anything.
supposed. That's what it's supposed to be. I think my favorite moment is literally it's early on. It's in the like his early days. It's the moment with Mock and the drum set, and he accidentally breaks the drum set.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
the most like 12-year-old
Yeah.
thing that has ever happened. Because we've all been idiots who think we know how to set up our own stuff, but we don't know what the fuck we're doing because our parents would set it up all the time and we would help. It was like, no, I watched my dad do it. Sure, I'll set it up. And it was
Doesn't
it's
say
like
our
dog
helping
shit.
insisted of just watching and being like, I know how that works.
I love
and
that.
then you try to copy the action and you're like, oh,
And
we're
as
missing tools.
as someone who played drums,
like trying to bake when you want to
Yup.
watch your mom. do
it's
it.
also something that I love because like as someone who plays drums and used to have a big kit like that, I understand that stress full well of didn't set it up, we stumbled in and oh no, I broke something. Ah shit, my parents are gonna kill me. Right? I just love that. It's just a funny little moment that I love.
Just say we lost it. It's fine.
Yeah, we'll just say we lost it.
Somebody stole it.
And I
Only this
love
specific thing. Nothing else. Just this.
it was chaotic.
Just
I loved that mission. I loved that. You know the one, the mission that everything went off the rails. I just loved everything about it. Because it's like, it was our first time as a quartet going out on a mission. Of course, it's gonna go exactly the way that it went.
You're fucking assassins, guys. How the
Yeah, we're like first to third
Listen,
years.
we're new
like,
here.
Like year 1 to year 3, we're not
can't climb
professional.
a fucking hedge?
Yeah, the ones
Over the
I
hedge.
can't climb a tree. Your point.
No.
It was so
IRL,
funny.
I just can't climb a
But
tree.
no, legitimately, I did love the Lily bit. It like really illustrating how much she fucking sucked, and it makes the moment where she pisses herself so much more satisfying. And it was
Oh
already
yeah, when she
it was already a
when she-
satisfying moment.
when she pissed herself because of the werewolves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So she was like, oh yeah, that did happen.
Oh.
Ah.
I thought you talking about
This
the
bitch.
bedroom kink, but yeah.
No,
No.
she literally pissed herself out of fear because of the werewolves and like it was like the 50s.
Mhm.
In the
Yeah.
1950s.
It was We're Never Meet. Yeah.
We're never me, yeah. What about you, Chrissy? As watching our
DVD
shenanigans,
logo in
what have
the
been some of
corner.
your favorite moments?
Man, how can you do this to me? Don't
Oh.
you? Don't you love me?
That
She's not
sucked.
gaslighting you.
My
That
God.
sucked.
She's not gaslighting you.
I made that.
Get her a Snickers,
I made
honestly.
this. Oh, she just needed a
The
Snickers.
viney Snickers.
I'm willing to
The
forgive
Viney?
you, but you can't keep
That-
doing this to me.
That line is
Do you
going
mean the
to
veiny
haunt
Snickers?
me.
Yeah.
Viney Snicker.
I just
That-
don't want to say viney.
That line is going to haunt me. It's perfect. It's what has fucked him up so much, and it's the root of the tension between him and Chrissy. Because while she has not said that, she's only like
I'm gonna say that now.
forgiven him. Like for moments, he has genuinely needed to apologize, right? But man, that as a player, I'm just like, oh. But it sucked because that's what kept him there for nearly 10 years was the, oh, well, she's forgiving me at least. At least that's good. And meanwhile, I'm sitting here, come on. You're playing it as Paul. And Paul's just like, man, you need to leave. And I'm sitting here,
Fucking told you.
I'm sitting here, I'm just like, listen, the man speaking reason. Holy shit.
Paul's literally looking at you going, I'm right here.
Yeah. In episode 97, we make the joke. It was like, well, fuck, just date Paul at this point. I'm all, honestly, he's way better. Just like you
That's
could have.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, just well, fuck that. Just date Paul at this point. I'm all, listen.
No, we've
He
already
can dye
proved
his
it.
hair red, it's
No,
fine.
We've already proved that Paul and Dupree are terrible in bed.
They don't have to be good in bed.
They treat him well. Like, holy shit.
Sometimes kindness is the kink that people want.
That's true. That-
Treat me well, Daddy.
For the last time, it's forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. Cringe. Yeah.
No what?
Oh,
Yeah. No, that's
Yep.
fair. All right, Chrissy, what
Oh.
else? So, oh Jesus. So the Lily one is one that you say is a great one. That moment.
It
specifically.
pisses me off.
It does. No, it does. Just the fucking point.
Yeah.
And he stayed. And he stayed.
I also love Thorin. I love how-
Thorin,
I love Thorin and Raylan
Oh, yeah. No, Thorin.
before he bit it. So.
Yeah, I had no idea what was gonna influence Suya to become a fighter, and then that happened. I went, that's cool.
I think his dad and Thorin are the one that influenced him originally to be a fighter, but
What pushed him to
what pushed him to actually try and get stronger because he realized he was weak at that point.
was that getting fucking Dark Souls speed ran?
Mm-hmm.
Into the ground.
Yeah, I know you got like destroyed. It's like, bruh, holy shit.
And then the title comes up finally.
Yeah, right. And then you get the title card, right?
Oh, that was a
Directed by
tutorial.
Michael Bay.
Directed by Michael Bay. Oh man, Quentin and
No.
Tarantino by direct written Tino.
I hate
What
that so
I've
much.
done.
I hope someone has a directed by Michael Bay sign last night for when they play that.
I hope they have one tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying. I hope someone has that tomorrow when we see him. No, yeah, Thorin's great. Thorin's really great, and
I'm gonna switch.
it makes sense as to
You're a
why.
switch?
It
Yes,
make-
I am a switch.
hey yo, but
Nintendo
it makes sense as to why.
Oh no.
Oh no, it makes sense. While Chrissy is breaking stuff, it makes sense as to why the whole thing with Thorin and
Wait,
the
we don't see it
idea that
There
Thorin
you go.
was
There we go.
that Thorin was a bad person. It really, I can understand why it fucks him up as bad as it does, right? Because it literally is just like, oh well, no shit, it's fucking him up because literally that's he was literally like one of the ones that raised him
What does it
and
say
treated
about
him
that?
so well, and oh man, it's I love Thorin. Thorin is cool.
Well, we'll never know.
So what about for some of the Amaryllis' stuff? What's been your favorite?
I like how upbeat the little clerics that she's with are, and how they always argue.
I love the twins.
Oh yeah,
I love the book titles.
The book titles are also some of my
the book
favorite.
titles. They're hilarious.
I wish I had them all written down. Like you don't have to scroll through
You
all of your
edit
notes.
you edit the episodes. You can just write them down.
I laugh at them in
It's
the
fine.
moment, but like some of those titles are fucking fantastic. I love everything about that.
I love that they went to bards and nobles.
Bards and Noble was pretty great. Yeah. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. So before we get into what you can expect next, I do want to say
I like Cliff Fjord, the
Cliff
big red
Fjord-
direwolf.
Cliff Fjord is really good.
Very popular children.
The,
The
oh, yeah,
Fault
The
of-
Giving Trent.
The Giving Trent.
The Giving Trent.
To
No.
kill a
Trent.
Manticore. The power of mimics. Why certain encounters have extraordinary impacts. The Giving Trent.
We'll handle that in a moment.
Dante's Infernal.
Dante's Infernal is good.
More Undead Facts 3. You have not read the other two. It seems no one has. Planner shifting for those in a hurry. The Secret Life of Bards. Gone with the Healing Wind. 50 Shades of Fey. As I lay at 0 hit points.
That's how you made that.
Mole Swib. The Left Hand That Casts Darkness. The Girl with the Dragonborn Tattoo. Grapes of Wrath. Whining and Dining the Undead.
That's just Grapes of Wrath. Yeah.
Dwarven Birth Crystals and what they mean.
Dwarven Birth Crystals. That's the one. That was the
That was
one.
the funny one.
That was really good. Dwarven Birth
The
Crystals.
Giving
and what they-
Trant is still one of my
The
favorites.
Giving
Trant
Trant
is really
is
funny.
so funny. But yeah, Cliff Fjord, the big red direwolf.
Yes, I love
That's
that
very
one.
good. I love that one so much.
It's a very,
very-
popular children's book.
The very
And Amaryllis' all-time favorite, Heroes Quest.
Yeah, I love book. I love book.
I
Listen
love-
here, you shut the fuck up.
I love the Fighters Club book because it's literally one
Rule-
page and it just says
Rule
first
number
rule.
one.
Don't talk about
the
Fighters Club.
Second rule: protect
Protect
the
the
cleric.
cleric.
Protect the healer is so good. You can tell the cleric wrote that one.
It's his favorite. It's just one page.
And if you watched before The Returners, the Very Hungry Purple Worm.
The very hungry purple worm is such a great little Easter egg as to why we're here in the first place in Faye. I love that. It's very good. So-
Goddamn.
No, very hungry cat. For those who maybe couldn't hear it, if I couldn't boost the audio, he's talking about being a father reading the very hungry caterpillar. Why is he still hungry? How the fuck is he still hungry, bruh?
Portals.
That's true. Okay, you know what?
He does have
I-
to turn into a
You
beautiful
realize
butterfly.
how short their lifespans are? Dude, they gotta eat a lot.
They gotta eat. Yeah, no, they gotta eat a lifetime of food in like days.
And then they just turn to mush.
No, dude, that's what I feel like. I'm in the mush part, but I don't think there's a butterfly on the other end of it. I think it's a
You're in the mush pit.
mush pit. I'm in the mush pit.
I
That's
just-
true.
I absolutely love from Amaryllis' story though, not only the clerics, just like everybody in her story is really cool. Just her from her parents to
Uh-huh.
her little friend that we end up meeting in the library
Mhm.
later on.
Yeah.
To you know, like just some of the people she meets in the towns and how she kind of is the way that she is. You know, like
Yeah.
nothing really phases her, and it
You're
makes
like,
more
"Ah, I
sense
get
in
it now."
current game
Yeah.
why she's like the way she is.
I love.
I understand
Yeah, no,
now.
I love it. Like I said, even if it's still stressful, I love the coziness of it because that's what her arc as a whole has always already been, and it's a lot of fun. I love how it's told like a storybook and stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Real quick, so we don't give away too much. Moments that we are excited that are coming up, even if you keep it vague, like something that's coming up at the end of at the back end of the Returners here that you're excited. Brad is being Brad. Well, if you guys need a moment to think, I will start. There's a moment that'll be coming up related to the trial, and that is his talk with his mentor after the verdict of being put to death, because that is something I wrote in the background that stuck with him, that I have no idea how it's going to unfold, because there's going to be a lot of roles, I'm assuming, related to that trial. What has already been known, because his arc is already done, is he got set up on a mission. He didn't go through with it. He had evidence. He got reported for, got reported, and that's when the big boys came in and said, we're going to have a trial for subordination. And so he submitted all his documentation. And then you go to trial, and he has no documentation. Like, he never submitted anything.
Papers, please.
Yeah, papers, please, seriously. But no, we literally, yeah, it literally is one of those things where we get to the whole thing of,
Well,
Like a little
His-
in the
I
class.
have
Like,
it written
just,
that
look over and I see-
just the way he's angled is very funny. For those who don't know what's going on right now, Brad's just leaning back and enjoying some food, and we saw it out of the corner of our eye. It's really funny. But I have it written down that there's a final conversation between those two before the prison break, and
season 2 or
depending
season
on
3?
what was that
Prison Break season 2 or season 3?
season.
The final one, actually.
How many times you can be broken out of prison? But no, I'm excited
Depends how
for
many times
that.
you're getting in there.
I'm excited for that moment specifically, because that's something I wrote in the background. And I'm like, it's a very emotional, and I kept it vague because I don't know if it's heated emotional, if it's like mournful, if it's just betrayal, however that unfolds, which, depending on the dice rolls, depends on how, like, we already know the trial
We'll
goes
find
bad. We already know how the trial goes bad. But I'm excited for that, because that character specifically is one that is like very exclusive to writing stuff for the returners. And I'm already like, no, I'm very excited for this, because that was probably the last person he talked to before, not Paul, Peyton and Lorenzo broke him out. That's the part I'm most excited for. I am also excited, but not excited for Lily Reno betraying him and finding out what happened to Paul. I would probably say the other one is probably finding out actually what happened to Paul, because we've had it vague. It's like something went wrong on a mission, and we thought he was either dead or missing for good. So I'm excited to find out what the mission is and what fucking happens. So I'm excited for that. Mira, what are you excited for that's coming
playing.
up? Is it playing?
I like
The
playing.
future play, the future,
future
game
playing.
sessions.
Is it the future playing sessions that we get to do?
Mentor shit. If you know, you know.
I'm excited to see it fully unfold for the
That's
first time.
literally the only other plot point that I'm just like, this is all that's left for her to go through before we get caught up.
That's gonna be. I almost said fun.
Because like you got to remember when
Because, yes.
when I created her, all I had was like, oh, she came from a happy family or whatever. She followed Rao, had the whole thing with the village,
Right.
and then converted over to Mishikal. Anything past that was not me.
Right.
So I'm just like,
But like,
mentorship.
I think that mentorship is gonna hit hard, because
Mentorship be hitting.
he's so lovable. He's so fucking lovable. Very much so. Suya, what are you excited for? What's coming up for the back end?
I'm excited for when
More training.
Suya has to deal with Chris being Michael Myers and just disappearing when he turns around. Like, what the fuck did I just see? For like the next.
He's literally just like looking straight at
She's
her,
gonna
and then she
stalk
just
him.
moves.
And he just like,
In that, like, yeah, basically.
She literally goes on his trail and stalks him for all that time.
I am
so-
that it literally is Michael. It literally is Mike Mikers.
Mike Mikers.
We will. That's you will not know the Mike Mikers story. I'm keeping
It's
that for
fine.
us.
Okay. So, for each of you, as the
Yes.
person that is the all-knowing
The
one
one,
here,
yes.
What I'm excited about, as big as possible, would be to see the development of Ren's paranoia and the spiral that he goes down through, and how his time in prison changed him.
That's gonna be rough. Yeah.
I also want to see the paranoia he has going up towards Doth and finally meeting with everybody else.
My favorite moment is this isn't if you know you know. My other moment I'm excited for to get up there is the moment in the cart
The dwarf.
with the door. That moment I'm also really excited for, because to see that, as you
The
mentioning the like
intro to
paranoia.
Skyrim.
Basically. Yeah, basically. So
And for Amaryllis, I'm more excited to get into what clerics actually do, because clerics deal with stuff from political discussions and disputes to trying to stop, wars and stuff, and kind of mediate it. And her going through and learning this stuff and making sense of why she knows this stuff, and then kind of like the journey with her fellow clerics, and then the end that it seeks. And then what I'm most excited for is after that, her journey to Doth while she's alone. So
yeah.
kind of just how the loneliness kind of starts consuming her. So she's just very like open to talking to people who do talk to her, even though she's usually more of an introvert.
Yeah.
I mean, because she talked to you guys right away. She was more than willing when you guys first started. And for him,
Oh God, she was, yeah.
Yeah.
so she was willing. So it just hit a point for her.
Girl, what
And-
happened to you, girl?
And a lot.
She didn't want to be alone anymore. It makes sense.
Trauma.
You were
Yeah.
dealing with so much by yourself that it's just, at some point you
Friend.
want to. Yeah, you need
Friend.
Friend.
They look. They just look. They
Friend,
look
foe?
dependable.
You're my friend now.
For him,
Yeah, no, absolutely.
for him, I'm excited to go
To
through.
be Michael Myers and chasing after him.
Not even that, because you really won't.
I hear
You
the
really-
sirens in the distance. I'm like, oh.
There might be instances where like it leads up to where you kind of get the gist of that, but
Yeah.
what I'm most excited about is to see how his journey past what happens with his parents
Oh,
starts affecting him, and how it affects his skills with people, and how it affects his mentality, because Suya never talks about this stuff to the group. He always tries to be like, yeah, that's whatever, it's fine, and he doesn't talk about it at all. Like, you could see the stark differences between him and Chrissy losing people,
Yeah.
because when they were in Amaryllis's village and your mom asked Chrissy how things were, she immediately she tried to save face, but she was really spiraling and upset. And Suya also got quiet for a second, but then he's like, but you're my parents. And then he immediately made a joke out of it, and then just kind of went with it.
But you're-
Adopted.
Yeah. So he's like,
Come on.
yeah. And then he just starts eating, but that kind of stuff is really eating
Yeah.
him inside, and this is like the whole build up to that, something you see that he doesn't talk about.
Yeah. It's gonna be
So
interesting. I'm excited.
I'm interested for all of you.
I'm excited to see you DM more.
No,
No.
So
I'm excited.
Gonna
you know what
have
I'm
to.
ultimately excited about?
When
Same,
it ends.
same.
when Brad is finally back in the DM
Brad,
seat,
yes.
yeah,
Where are you?
he disappeared. He
Where
died.
are you?
Where are you?
I know
Where
you
are
can hear
you?
me, you bastard.
What?
I said, I know you can hear me, you bastard.
I want that bumper
There
sticker.
you are.
It'd be really
Brad.
funny if he was just like completely out of the room and he just comes back in.
Brad,
Wait, who's calling me a bastard?
do you know what we're most excited about? To get back to you being the DM.
I'm excited for us to resolve our fucking trauma.
Yeah.
Chrissy's like, please get me out of the driver's seat.
I am excited for Silent Hill. I mean, Thay. I mean, Silent Hill. I mean, Thay. I mean,
Resident Evil.
I mean, Resident Evil. I mean,
Biohazard.
Biohazard. I mean, Thay.
I mean, Fatal Frame. Fuck.
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 You missed it earlier, Brad. We were praising you and your monster talking skills.
Now we must talk shit on you because you were here in person.
Yeah.
No, I'm. But anyway, so
Closest we're gonna get.
the last thing I want to end on is I cannot say for sure. For sure. I cannot say for certain how far into the Returners arc we actually are. We have assumptions that I think we
But you know what
should
happens when you assume.
kind of be closer to the 2/3 range. I could be saying this, and we just barely hit halfway, so I'm not making any promises. However, the intention is to get through bigger chunks for the rest of the Returners for each session. So that way, we can finally get back to the game proper, and all that fun stuff. So I cannot say when the Returners will be done. I do hope you've been enjoying the Returners. I've noticed there's been an uptick in people checking out the Returners, which has been cool. I've been having fun. I'm really excited to finish this part out and then see how the last thing I think we can probably all agree. I'm excited to see how this reflecting and then when we transition back from that into the current day, how all of this going back through everything is going to affect
I
how
love
we
it
interact.
because your characters are actually supposed to be thinking about this and reflecting. So it's going to change how you guys view stuff in the
Yes.
current now
Exactly.
when we get back to the game. But the
We'll be
only person
cheerful.
not reflecting. So I'm still gonna be pissed.
So
Oh
after,
no! Here's the
So
deal.
after this, after returners, we're gonna all turn it around on Chrissy. And be
Oh,
like, all right,
what
now
Chrissy
it's
doesn't
your
know is
turn."
that I haven't gone with Brad yet about Chrissy gets an entire 4 episodes at the end of the Returners arc. And then the Returners arc itself will be really good. No,
Directed by Michael Bay.
directed by Michael Bay.
Yeah, everything will blow up.
But no, we're
Including
gonna
Chrissy,
we're
because she's
gonna
gonna get
wrap up the
angry.
story of these 3, and then we'll be back to the main story itself. And I'm very excited. I can't say when we will be back.
Soon,
Okay.
I hope.
But thank you guys so much. I know it was kind of a quick change. We were supposed to be transitioning into this.
It was quick for us too.
Yes. We've gone through some growing pains, but I think we finally have found the rhythm of the night. Rhythm of the night. Anyway, so
The rhythm and the rhyme.
but it's one of those things where I'm really excited. I love everything we've been able to do so far. I cannot wait to finish these up, and I'm excited to get back to the story at hand.
Yeah, I
Because
can't wait to finish it.
there's hey yo. But anyway, thank you guys so much. Y'all take care. We love you, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks for episode 101. It's another run episode. See you guys then.
It's the number of Dalmatians.